nkomo ne to the savannah baby ya omo etwas wochina anopa ewo regions aka no ewo tifi mantem won mu a ye de mu nkomo no nyanso etim da mpanyifo mama kwaba
ye no ya
recorded okay bye ma nto nkan
ahoye pa
okay de wadi ase chaba boku
yes sir
o conference boko
oh ahoboko e ni je nko a
oh okay
picture na PF campaign head office na also na chairman Bonsu was represented. I'm say chairman Bonsu actually say ono yo overlord
of Domi Kwabenya. Okay. Me da say eti yantintim na ye ni nkomo Romeo mama mouse Romeo okay mama sha se wo
Romeo na ya ka Romeo
no mama sha se wo okay doctor da ko kuma ya sha se wo so okay go
yo Zephyra me da say
okay
I'm fans nti akese ma Ghana for a ebre 80 Yankopon inshira obia na mencha me amenua na na ya buraben abebie wa Ozongo Junction Yankopon enka wo ho ene abusuafo nyina na Zephyra one Shaibu ekasa free Savannah region
yes
correct era akomprenko Japan obi ode ne campaign no akopie no na ensam a Shaibu kan wo mu no ena me pese me ye ho analysis kakra
okay o ma commentary kakra
okay
budget you
na o say honorable Ken CCA ka say wako 45 constituencies out of 276
yes.
Na 45 na wako no esunsunsun aso ene say info analytics in fact global info analytics survey any Sanity Africa survey any other surveys are abeba nyina kire ade baako example say we follow surveys here nia ni nyina ka kosi ni say honorable Ken ebre ni abre ekona num nyina no na owini far more delegates the percentage points increase no na economy na ne de ne economy no unfortunately no na Dr. Baumia fortunately or unfortunately na Dr. Baumia de no bafom because of course they you know 100 nti ba ko de kosora de tibia the other one e de be kofom eniti ade a ahomka ema Tinken ene se emre economy no na ono so the vote now obenyam within the election no per the service here abai and in reality you from so you can feel it, you can see it say sa pepepe enetie many corner nim no na honorable Ken the campaign message no na koye na service ni na kire se obewini what the service ne to ayen academic dey na energy service no pan how the service ne to nchen so a yenya asofofo akukudo bebre so a eguso ehye honkom eno so eboa efise aden de oye no honhom no oye no honam na honhom so de entutumi say bibia ekoso ye for honorable Ken the campaign na dentina ema sa voter appreciation eba dentia enam say campaign message honorable Ken edemano enkofo esom title delegates ni esom to Ghana for akoma so enunti yete woni a Shaibu ekasa free Savannah region no o chere say honorable Ken aka wo ho se nyame ye na adom no obeso Ghana banya yi mu a obey large scale mechanized farming obey to the extent say hobe ya kono ema Ghana mabuna ewo asie ha Ghana fam asie apempo so mbeko soro akoye adwuma na nani swadi ho ni say or the sa 5 regions na ewo Ghana etifi fam no odo mbe feed Africa share interpret this is the first time in the history of Ghana yenya candidate ope Ghana akunya so atena no onka say me ba meye big push Meba mema free first university education. Meba this is the first time ayenya.
Okay.
If so na promise say ni nyina no ba aye taxpayer sika ya na omo be tax ye na omo dey say anwuma no. But sa candidate we dey honorable Kennedy Japan there. Or promise say meba make generate income. Make generate income. Na wa kire kwan so obefa so a obe generate income no. Ya kwan be no so obefa so. E ba ko no akoyi wo northern region ni. Say Savannah region say oba nyame na adom no oba ho no ebeye large scale mechanized farming. Large scale mechanized farming eko si say e betimi dey feed Africa. We ambitious pointer honorable Ken wetimi dey ama Ghana for na ejiri say MPP delegates ebesom na omode ato aba no ama no na wetimi aba ba ye saa nyoma ya wakan nyina na shaibu kanka ho so honorable Ken aka wo ho nso sese nka ono na ye candidate a anka bra Dr. Baumia edigi tumu se MPP edin kuguo no anka ono ye candidate anka onje ntum saa bre no na yenye distinction we wan kasa ona ye candidate olusu yanko onje ntum o say emre na Dr. Baumia digi tumu no then MPP candidate o digi tumu no na e too early na say you no honorable Ken na nka ye candidate dia anka obetwan me akan aba ni nyina awie Emma electoral commission be declare no electoral commission be declare na waje atu edunti omo misread science no mum tie nia honorable Ken okan no yi
okay
o say you no a anka obetwan my last vote me account answer na sasem we ehu hia be ne hia say obekasa yenim ekwan a Dr. Baumia efa so a ogitum in fact o ka say ahomache be train na ko koye press conference but we say na Ghana for nada Ghana for ada enti o twem ade echi kakra no kogitum asem say wan fana dwene anko MPs nso a na omu vote yen kan wie no so wan fana dwene anko ho ebi a omu etunufo no nso entimi ambo na mane se doc nyabotre na MPP candidate bia wo nso gina kono sabre ni yen kan ni de ni nwie if say once a wo gitu mu king security men and women e wo ho nyina allegiance a movie from then President Akufo-Addo e dey call then candidate John Mahama enunti na share NDC for mabunu kutupa mo mti ko di sa nyamansam na mo di ni nyina na senka na ye 50-50 say MPP bet me win NDC bet me win NPP ngin to mu a anka still kebehu a lot of peace because that violence na e cause so perpetrate against the NPP no anka enkoso to that scale to that extent eno ka ho enema gidigidi ni nyina ko ba ya MPP lose most of the elections na no na ba ya most of the elections ko pay court ampaniampa MPP de famra kwa so na kogige sa those constituencies no unfortunately no abrekuma no for there entimi ankoba sa enam yenyenum gymnastica gyms aye enunti say honorable Ken kase eyono na eyono at the time anka won consider defeat at the time Dr. Baumia de consider na it makes a lot of sense if you say we consider enya won kwa wo de no MPP ko abato in both parliamentary and presidential. It is a presidential candidate na who so lose wa as say odi na adwen so ko parliamentary for no no say parliamentary for no so no omo de na kosi sign answer na candidate presidential candidate what make it pronounce maybe I want make it enunti me dey me gitum say okay Dr. Baumia na adwen na anko ho it is say honorable Ken twi na adwen so a esenka we nko mo gitum easily so I am from so buy na some from so no so de nyame adoma candidate bia oye MPP ni say parliamentary say presidential next time election day will be we anim enu ti enkosi bio ne e bom pa so say honorable Ken be ba be so saa abanwa we mu no MPP flag bearer asep no mu enkoba da say MPP will be in a position to concede defeat enkoba saa da so be really with large margin.
Doc Medas Papa Dr. Danikoku ena wo ten nkan Kingdom Herbal Center say me more kase anwume say wo mo product ni na bi e dey aba all herbal shops na fe all pharmaceutical shops akomu a won sa ebetumi aka wo mo ni bo Kingdom garlic capsules na fe ni bitters no eno e wo se be boost immune system no na fight arthritis yade and hypertension stroke akoma yade na ma ho etumi ato Kingdom ginseng power capsules no wo te pa no pe no say yes we na boa etu sexual weakness say bema osisi age wa boss oziade mental stress ni nyina na betu asefo ema hotumi ato tremendous capsules nso wo say beboa ayi bad odor afri hono mo ayi infections ahodo menstrual disorders ni nyina nso betu ase ma ho etumi ato free Kingdom for it was 0275804064 and that's 0302938153 now from oswa wonsa ebetumi akomo mamenko na mene Prince Opoku Ahmed enko nkudi enkomo na yewia ya saba so Madam Ivy our University of Ghana anyway yada asese uti boiling point berima mamensha se woso yamna also.
All right, much what here for an numbre yede ready asese odi ache na yetimi abehia na odi Rad Ken so ache yen ebra Ghana wo ahohia mu na ewo se Ghana sorry efa ne ntuma pa efra mamentwe what here for adwen koso se Ghana ya yewumi na ye friend Gokus na ye friend Gokus Ghana was touted as the richest country in Africa. Na ebra independence, you know, we were touted as the most important country on the earth, not in Africa, on the earth. And until about 600 pressmen from the whole world came to Ghana. Now, if you are seeing hope kesiye elidafo kesiye awo my Ghana fo adentia onyame di potential sonko bi ama o manya na de ni ye ni colonial era no na akratifo a o man na produce no na biesi nyina nim se Ghana we di some change bi pa wi ase a wan fa aprofo no beba ha beeren abeje mmoa. That was Ghana, and we have a very laudable policy. A 10-year development plan which was drafted in 1948. One of them, industrialization, another agriculture, another Africanization, and a whole lot of them. Now, on my PR would throw Maya, would was strength and a teacher of mine. Now, my main camera will be also to say Africa, Breno, there is a deliberate and a systemic manipulation for Africa's economy to struggle all the time. Ghana called IMF how many times? 17 times, right? So 17 times now yakono and yet accidental and you're well calculated. Say 10 be a mango yahumba tree. Now one of the things that a bit deep Ghana a partisan politics. But whichever way you want it has come to stay. Now, South Development Plan Nina coming from a winning election 1951 or says or implementing BIMO. One of them your industrialization. Na Ghana normal be brave. Usha a bit say Akosumbo, Usha Vapu, Usha Toma oil refinery. Industrialization was going on. Now, cocoa that time to Ghana, it produced about 2/3 best of the world cocoa. And that is, it was a country with great prospects. Omanfm Kwame Nkrumah Mamono, and nobody uncle he was not able to manage a number of things. And even though Ghana was industrializing, Ghana became bankrupt. And ye sika one raise the denied a crashy nina boy. Ama yedi to Kwame Nkrumah. But before I able to Kwame Nkrumah can say me say the people who manage Ghana's economy were in the position. And net this NPP. Now, unfortunately for us, after the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah, the economy are dependent on Western economy. And nobody has been able to liberate this economy. We have had great leaders like J. Poor, already a lot of social interventions thereby a bit is a capitation grant, a bit is a eco free, a whole lot of things, a year health insurance, a year metro mass, and the one normal degree before they road infrastructure or be a coin degree a boy. But at the end of the day, in solving the problem that we have been in from Nkrumah's time to today. Why? Because Ghana's economy has been a dependent economy. Then say Akufo-Addo train come on the second term. Must see inflation. See exchange rate near Basa. But nobody was able to detect what was wrong. Government Nankasababa Abekano many people who what was wrong. Government in say Russia Ukraine war and Intina economy yes partly untrue. But do you know why the economy suffered? The economy suffered because there was an external pressure on the government. It made foreign direct investors are not more Ghana. They expatriated their money outside Ghana. About $6 billion left the economy. And when that happens now, we see it depreciating. And they're saying businesses now multinationals now work Ghana no. Omo you musika free Ghana's economy no. Until they seek 10 million cedis no or the back of $1 no is can call. Until at a shorter rate, many people demanded dollar out of the country. Automatically, it will depreciate your cedi. Why? Because our economy is controlled by foreigners. Now, me can say one American be. Papa be a funny thing. 1956, Omudi document Esha Kwame Nkrumah say on 18 September 1956. So announcing the date of independence. Almost now British Parliament can say Ghana's economy was not designed for the interest of Ghanaians, but for British interests. Ghana's economy was not designed for Ghanaian interests, but for British interests. And noting that Ghana called IMF 17 times, but because our economy has been controlled by external powers all these years. Now, in so many years, this is the first time a bold leader who can change the dynamics of the economy, and that person is Kennedy Agyapong. Ghana's economy has suffered. All but the leaders after now all these years just to keep it for the foreigners. Mahama back shortly, Mahama called Japan and are begging these same people who have been controlling the economy now. Almost see the economy was not made for our interest, no. Now when they come, they decide the place at which you go. The economy has grown. Ghana's GDP before time now around for $20 billion, and then I grow about 3 times. But the NBC who said, "Wow, we see how grow 3 times ever since before left." So you see, on paper, it is red said Ghana's GDP is growing, but Oko is 34 billion. Oko Jongo dancing. Ghana the money is not growing. Why? Ghanaians are not in charge of their economy. This is the time a leader he is going to empower Ghanaians. empower Ghanaians. And I'm telling everyone, sir, all the leaders are back on it. Nobody has any bold citizen is going to empower fellow Ghanaians. Let me tell you, not until we follow a leader like Kennedy Japan, Ghana will continue to be in this state and will forever be going to IMF. No wonder said, when you be a money, Efoka said, you believe the Betty and IMF, who say Kennedy Japan. Yes, that is why I like Kennedy Japan, because Kennedy Japan will not take us to IMF. Kwame Nkrumah Assembly or say the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Managing Ghana, if you go to IMF, no mayor president, IMF, no Kobobusia. And then I'm making Canada, Japan, bow with Ghanaian owned companies. Canada, Japan, coming up with that louder book project now, industrialization, which was stated in the Watson Commission to be the game changer for the independence Ghana. Me say Omanfm Kwame Nkrumah Shasia and no man or no one team manage here, but his industries are there. Kennedy is coming. All the regions are. Kennedy is making mention of what? Industries about obeying. How do we do it? You look at every community and you look at their challenge. Through their challenge, you can create a strength. Because we build nations' economy based upon their strength. Kennedy community BMWA. Kennedy netimika say, Muo kokosia, Muo kubesia, kubewe meba, yedibeyewe, yedibeyewe. Ono no ba community a. Ose wo banchiwa, sa banchiwe, midibeye start pharmaceutical phone bi. Omu here be. That is the kind of leader that we need. Ye here a leader. Otimi raw environment amount from what he sees opportunities. That is leadership. Leadership no and etimi creating opportunities out of the chaos. So Kennedy is not going to depend on IMF. Kennedy is not going to depend on Japanese. Kennedy is not going to depend on British, but Kennedy is going to depend on Ghanaian ingenuity. We already have the businessmen. We need a leader that can empower the Ghanaian businessmen, so that Ghana economy, the larger share will be in the pocket of Ghanaians. So larger share will the pocket of Ghanaians. You scanning free Ghana. Yahuchira you see dina depreciated for so many years. It is because foreigners at the rate at which they take the money out of the country. And anytime they are taking the money out of the country, they have to go to the forest below and then go for dollar. But if the Ghanaians here own the economy, that will not happen to Ghana. So we need a leader who is going to change the dynamics of the economy. Now, me person me catch them in your Ghana ni be say, look at where the dollar has increased to, or look at where the CD has depreciated to. Yeah, the independence now a $1 1 CD. Look at where we are. Yenya okanifua obetimi assistant the game no amaye. Now it is not going to be easy. That is why Canada, Japan needs your support. It is not going to be easy. That is why you need to stand firm with Canada and Japan. So I want to tell all of us that hope that we had as the Blasters. No, Kennedy and Edeba.
Okay.
Now Ghana betimi asori biem. And Tiamfa Yawre and share Ora Kennedy and Japan. Thank you.
Meda Spanish garlic mixture semi more kasi you may say kasi muro so I try to see adie in carbon yakasa obi ampesa obeben wo nkro hia oba obu nsa yawe wo mu na fe nsu eka ho a ho na mutiti ho nyina no bomode ya nsaka bia Spanish garlic mixture na ebetu ase ne capsules no ebetu ase ema ho etumi ato yesanto jinko capsules so boama moja no timi dia fusani ye boama adwene nso simi esisi su ye papa for one more 0266114111 0266114111 from wonsa ebetumi aka one more Prince Opoku Ahmed Mebauso yanko etio senior yanko etio.
Okay, we dey mfa sa akonya we so fanchia watifo
atifo joso
obi biara oyi na kuma eyi na sum say boiling point dwumadi the beka nemre ho na watie nkita ho ne nkomo ayi ne omudi no ye do mase na yi nyina atwa eka kire atifo say Kennedy ho do ntina omanya omapebre etie dwumadi na yenim say wiase bi ofiri nyuma pass no odi edwuma pa no bekɔ wiye nti mesere wiye say se wutie anwumere a won say womre enim say mpaebɔ ne mpaebɔ no ebe ma ye de yepe ama de hwehwɛ na ye de abam menua
tinia
say anwumere de enura na pese me di bi twam ansa na
okay
ma de wasa me kan maka
patwa me yeti o
enura kurum kakra na me bai na me kɔtɔ ade o ye shop bi wo eni mu na shop no em say bi ye emum for shop
okay
na emum for ne delegate na o de wa hwɛ sɛ ne ne campaign ya yɛ din yo sɛ bi mo nye mum kura no o conference o ma ya din na wa ko hyia mum na pɛ sɛ o yɛ campaign kyerɛ no wasa me so sign language minim yɛ den minim yɛ ɛna ne me start sɛ me di Kennedy nkomo me start sɛ me di Kennedy nkomo na emum fo ani agye sere sɛ ha ho kran ka samre na ɔno an yɛ to ayɛ den ama me so wo pagya ne kokuru moti sɛ ya wo pagya ne kokuru ntemu sɛ yes sabi constituencies na ye ho adwuma ne ye nye ni nyina nwi but nipa dodo na ni yɛ den edi achi ɛna nipa dodo na so ayɛ o ma adwo de sɛ enwuma pa ye ne enwuma pa honorable Ken episode de ba no atonkofo akoma so dada nti me yɛ kra sɛ right now me to sisi ayi me ni sɛ nyame atimi amoa kwa na sɛ yɛntimi an campaign through all the constituencies victory is still going to be ours because we share for results on the out or more research on conduct on this delegate elections here because I think I was even surprised. I was doubting say yetimi cover 46 constituencies out of all these constituencies there. Now said this number and I there and they should tell it can tell all Ghanaians say by the time you bury your constituencies in the nature say we say yo any day abaye nase na biem the way can say me say komo bebre ekoso your communicators edi nkomo ne ade obiara say obiara ni gine de ho me meka say aspirant 5 na your contest no obi ensem fata and I say obi deserve obiara eden e deserve but ade bia me bisa me ho say currently as a country Ghana problems are ye komu e o Ghana ha pa o hwemu aminua e adwumasem because if we are so serious now ni adwuma you don't have a future you need that thing se me sorry na menua e kwa adwuma ba na metifia se bi me to kwa na me so me nkoma adwuma ne kwa beti ayeden aba metirim enti se obi ni ati oman mu na oni adwuma oya e di income ebre no e dey solve the problems I think say e yade e wo say ye hwe na yeden ya toto nyoma ye as a country se na be ya nkuro ni mpuntuo e betimi akoso na nkuro ni mpuntuo bekoso a ni nyina ye yeden adwuma sem de di kan me sha ase free me say national service for omowie school omowie national service na nsen according to Ghana Statistical Service no se obabunu emabunu ewie adwuma afibia mu no over rating over 10% emu 15% pe enya adwuma ye wo Ghana ha se wo hwe sa statistics here Statistical Service e de ba ye a areho edi ntina meka sa asemu yi edi ntina ye nyina ye beko school 22 years e wo Ghana ha na ya wie say at least ya suade na ya de nim de e be boye man a adwuma sem ho ye de maye se nipa 15% out of 100% no netimi nya adwuma wo Ghana ha de a and ye nye leader obetimi aba be create nyuma ama 85% of people are aka no because say you na go school 22 years na ya wie na menya adwuma because me papa ni aban mu menya adwuma because me frɛ kurase menya adwuma because me papa yɛ kuadi arepo because and they say who you know on mine your team why now ni no sabi ko page ma ko be say o papa ne hwan eti o papa di create bi wo si abon say ba cho ko ni wo papa arepo ade nti na o say ban sa enso bia make say nipa ye wo na si abontin e wadwe a obetimi di abo man no a che nipa na ne papa ye den e wo edika wa brabum no what you say nti sa nioma we nyina ya nioma bi a sabi etisi nipa so ama nipa da ona se memete yi e kamen ko an kamen metena ha but se ma asori ama meka ne kura nkyere atemamufo na o mantie na nyina ya mbɔ ye ho so antoto nioma se ne esa ebe ha mi o ebe ha obi aha mi nkyiri ma ebi am bia me be wo no ebi ono so ba obeba be wo na se ye na ye 15% na nya adwuma e dia ene me ma no edu o mo time ani pa se na be nya adwuma bi kura 2% enti anya hwe high man yo man nya den engine sem ena sabi ya say dia wa ye bia mo ya hwe no ya mo konte nya den enko hwe no enei metime ba na metie honorable Ken campaign a we no Savannah na mani age keke me si me free say me si so abrabuma mani fie me nam kejeti akumase a omo doso kumase kejeti apaye pawupafo ade nti na wo se ba na sa utimi hu pawupadi na neoma sono no sabi so wo adwuma woni kurom anasanka ye bi industry bo ni kurom a come back keja mbeso neoma ba isa say ye se ye furubo ni nim samasa adwuma ni kurom nti no obeba ha na de also ye bia di survive no waye so what you say nti say honorable Ken say me man mo ma me kwan na me mbra na se me ba me hu se Savannah region agricultural sector no ha na me de ba ye betimi adua no ba ye aye ne ma bebre ama yetimi adie develop mukura sabi ade we nya ade I say edin say obeti ase is this is a simple thing I say ultimate ase as a reasonable Ghanaian when you say Savannah region mera hone pa say meti say omo kwan ehun sensem enye kra because this is a regional I think say we've had a vice president from Savannah region into the person say vice president no nko ne kroma na so ko krom na me vice president am free Savannah region am be vice president at least you see nya san fiti ase eni nya misuru nti se me ba bia me free ba no o se metimi di no kura mo at least me se bibia me tutu bia no se be koya if o se me di free fie nti as a vice president no betra abanya akunya su 8 years na se okurom kwanya de a ene de na kire se so be ka tere kumasi ni se mesi interchange ama obaji wadi because okurom kwan kra wuntimi nya de onye na si de na obetimi aye de abehye obi bofofora obaji wadi se obetimi aye wadaroma em se ene ma bebre promise bebre akoso a yentimi ani so and honorable Ken eye nipa bi a fiti se me di na chi no me hu se wa hyebo se meya asu ade a maso masi a wanye da me no ka say delegate election ya ye di kan to 2023 ya ye de kwato ayi a honorable Ken lusu ye honorable Ken gina o share asin central region for boss say omo ni vote onya o ho no sabi it was very appreciative enti obe make sure say obey bibi wo ho e dey appreciate support on the man no me no ka say wakati soda say we started pharmaceutical
the biggest pharmaceutical hub our central region when you nipa orini flag bearer ni benya aye o but wa chance here promises are where they or put it in place na sa nipa we ase obo on be president but wetimi ahunu sa da bi ma shabonti ma men chance na menye no mu sampa de me share boketekete no kra ma ye de a ene ye de kese ye hye me sema ma ye metimi aye me hu se sabi election se akoyi nsem bebre na nkofo ka kire honorable Ken
ebi ete akoma ebi yare hosem but ni nyina echi no he's still calling for unity. He's still calling for unity. It is obi jira baby no ka say honorable Ken obi asabi or ye tutura say mo kasa bebre a say areho ewi aso mpo obi asema definitely you have something to tarnish his image.
Okay,
so what I say enti I say this is the time I was say me no me no sorry na ye de wo say ye bia na ye de no kura ni pepe yo eyi omampanyin a obetimi abeboa yen currently ye hia nwuma okromu a mesrɛ mo delegate a wote wafide ho anwumre a wotie me mesrɛ wo enye bibia ntie o ba sɛ obanya adwuma na me so mebanya adwuma da ku bi eduru sɛ ye kwa hogyem a ye ma betimi ahwɛ ye mra ye ni ahode ye de bɛyɛ adwuma srɛ na mesrɛ mo.
Okay,
you untimi nto nokra no nto ntwene enkofa bibia anye den ema nokra ne sɛ the youth are calling for jobs and the right manner obetimi create job opportunities ama youth ni enedie mesrɛ mo me ye hwe bibia anim because honorable Ken aye bia ma ya den ya hwe dada nyini sɛ nokra nyame anim no nyame ayi ne dada sɛ ombra no mbe bia nwuma ma nipa a ɛwɔ Ghana ha emabunu no onfa oman no enkobo asase no.
okay, me das papa C4C say me more kase and me say we obi a BP ade na say diabetes ade na te diabetes ade te wo hepatitis A B C D E te wa bomodin say wo ba hwe wo no ma kira kwa wo mo the Indian base C4C liver tonic so ba aba no be ma no makola no mo pemfo no bia etimi no nti unya bia betimi aboa na asiesie wo liver no woni wo mo betimi atwetwe nkomo e wo mo numbers yi so 0500040331 and I say 0500040328 so na one more ebe je so C4C or say once treated forever treated bomodia say one one beto kesa to basako mo mema Oliver no aye say akola foforo edie mame ko chairman Paul Pokuso na chairman ene eni ko chairman yetio
yo nzembero medase na enwumre die me gina wa fidi kasi so
yetio chairman
ama Ghana fo nyina ajo
obi ajo so
na efe so chairman Roberto Sebunsu mama najo na Kennedy ohene e Japan mama najo na masre Nyankopon ho odin soronko ene Nyankopon ho sra e de amano na ensempa no odu ba biara watimi ayeden aka kyerewo wahu yewura ohene Japan eni daso a Ghana yeni efise minia se wo wa eni daso a ebeye den ena wafa ha kosi Libya se wo kofa sere so ako Spain. It is because you know that tomorrow there is nothing. Because you know that even what you are going to eat tomorrow, it is not guaranteed. And then survey say majority of about a third of Ghanaians are worried about their food security. So what I say? And it does so any hono. And nothing a branty ababawa ebe sore fi ni kurom e de abankra na e mane de bakra ensunsanso ye nya no e be a teenage pregnancies single parents because of the lot of kwan ho obekọ kaneshi obekọ cycle gangs wo ho anti stores a wo da anim no e ya da say nwumre no betua sika ama gangs no protection money or sleep allocation money. If you don't have money, they sleep with you. You understand? Again, by the time they are about 40 years, they have spinal problems. We are not looking at it as a country. And the solution is only one. jobs, 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 jobs. Fortunately, Yewra Omanfm Dada Kufuor Obaye ose malnutrition wo kurom ha. Enkwala nso kura nketewa wo nko school cause okom. Enti ode bribi a friend capitation grant bae. Say wo ko basic school a free. Enye compulsory say odo ba be ko preparatory and private school. Aban school ni de den free. Akola no so kwa obema na aduane adi. Enti ampa eno ebie school mu mankwala bebre timi ko school. Yewra na na do bae no obehu se enkwala ni bebre na ewie JSS no. GHS. Oma wie no. Bebre ntimi ntoa so because of ohia. Na saa ohia no kra die nti na de aba. Adwuma. And now say from independence time as subsistence farming. Ntimi progressing into mechanized farming and also storage. Etino ni anabetimu odukura wetima do afuo kese no. Bode ne ba ye bekọ akurase ne akoto bode ne dro ba ko 10 cedis. Enti odua opeso nya enemrem 1000 cedis a yesu watwa brode eduro 100. So what I say? Etino Nanado say okay, I am bridging the gap. It was good because at that time no senia na ehun hia say ye be educated population say Nanado te baye no enkwala na wie ebi qualify because they are at the age of 18 they qualify to go into employment na ebi so ayeden akọ university but employment in a way with data now by statistical service was saying people who graduate even from tertiary 85% do not get jobs. Na tertiary mponi na SSA nipa beye 400,000 a omukotro SSA exams no emu ahin etimi progress to university and those who fall at the wayside what do they do? No hope. Etina eso kofa
Omanfm
ana say odini hope eko she den bet eko into betting na obia so maya wabeka ne pragmatic measures eye doable within our control chese ebe ma bosia bo eso aye den aba form na edi sika abre o man Ghana na edi adwuma ama abrantia oni anidaso enye adwuma presidential aspirant president otiso presidential aspirant nobody is talking about ability to oh yes we will create jobs na governmental jobs ahina available na say kra next 76,000 ye ntimi ntuom kan minuanom how many years na sa nurses ni produce you and they say we are nurse na say jobs are not available that means you'll be in a queue for like 5 years. So what I say? Yes. And no the resulting bi ni say e ma nya kunu mu nware na wo awie be ma wo akoye nurse na 5 years unya adwuma nye ya obetumi akọ ka kire akọ abusua bi enu aka kire say we pese wo ware wo ba ye bisa say
Omanfm
wo say me unemployed graduate. What are we talking? But Honorable Kennedy Japan, everywhere, you see, the simplest way for anybody to be able to develop, to generate wealth, is to look at your immediate environment, see the opportunities available, and tap into the opportunities. and generate wealth. That is the simplest way and the easiest. And wherever he goes, he identifies. Say, aha, ye way A, B, C, D, E, F. Ejuma beba. Now we beka say, na next in India, ye kwaye industrialization, ebe na ejuma ba. Yes. Say, aha, kuro way, na ye ni purchasing power. And in Obian hospital, Emma. The moment they see that that community, there is purchasing power in that community, it becomes attractive for somebody to invest in healthcare. Mining companies is in a bush, but because the people with purchasing power, people over there has purchasing power, private people goes there to establish health facility. They go there to establish hotels. They go into real estate development. Then the wheels of the economy begins to turn. And at the end of the day, look at it. When the Russia-Ukraine war happened, oil, cooking oil, every year scarce. The price increased by over 100% in this country. Because Ukraine happens to be one of the major producers of what? Sunflower oil. Grains, every year expensive. Wheat, every year expensive. Fertilizer, every year expensive. But today, do you think, say, if we have a need for fertilizer, because you see, if you set up a fertilizer country, the one that Cocoa Board buys, it will not be enough. That factory will not have enough market. But if we are going to large scale farming and we need all this thing, you see the ancillary jobs, fertilizer, somebody will have to invest in fertilizer. Because when I invest, I don't have to put it on a ship for somebody to sit in his country and tell me that it doesn't meet the standard. When me produce now, they call them, they call farms. I produce into farms. Then the multiplying effect begins to roll in. And when the government has excess capacity, healthcare will be healthcare delivery will improve because there will be money without loans. Because the objective now, Papa can say me, or say, Obeka and Nanado no manage economy. But you see, Nanado had a good vision. One district, one factory. Ghana beyond aid. But when you say Ghana beyond aid, and you are not using the opportunities available, that is your land and everything, and you are depending on somebody, then he will start squeezing you. Because what caused our currency to fluctuate, to drop, faint, who? They downgraded us. The moment they downgraded us, everybody took their money away. Just by a stroke of a pen, then we are finished. But if we don't, today, tomorrow, if we are not investing in importing the maize, we are not importing all this and rice, we are not importing flour, we are not importing these things. The dollar, we don't even need it. For what? For you to come and downgrade for the city to depreciate. People have done it. Even our just neighbor, they don't have even the lands and all these resources that we have. Burkina Faso, look at the transformation that is going there. And the delegates, help us to help, let us help ourselves to help Kennedy Ohene Japan. Na ye man be flag bearer, but media minim say, come 31st, Kennedy Ohene Japan becomes flag bearer, then he becomes the president in waiting, begin to drive Ghana forward. Send you back and Yaman from the plastic.
What's it? Anything at that one. You see your money. Keep your showing red card. Your pop 10 minutes. Obianche, what the border show moto. Show me your money. Go see a white. Yabero, and your brother multi party. And I say, shepherd. When you will tell me what coming on. Nagana for 2028. Media yimiama kana disi kapangwa mipangwa sio yesema nyumode emom niye delicate force. Delicate force. I human success. What kind of great
Jaga for bites semi more kase nyume se wo mu de nduane hini nduane man nduane habama na ye de makoma kwa nduane nsia 46 ne ye de ayensa enti jaga for bites a wonu bia ma hangover enya de be ma utia pile na no pa kase wuntimi nsore enko adwuma enti kope bi nanom na be ma de esese o ma wanu bo member no mu na jaga for bites na ebetimi aboa wo member ni nyina nso kope tabia takum na woni won masem emfa emma wo manche Hadia for Ken ene ne team no so eba betrase na yaba bedi enkomo mamenko mpanyimfo so na yefa akaka to so na yem paveway ma Hadia for Ken ne team no so mra eti mamemra so belma me sha se wo so
se de o hwa ye nyina ye ka no me de be pese obi ehunu se Ken is a special gift and a brand new maybe another time I would spend more time defending his personality,
okay,
the divinity behind what he's doing. But what me pese, minim say nipa bi awuti bia o peke na sem. But me pese o call the extra mile. Gina nechi buano. Empire na obetumi a ye yemfa energy be room. Because at the pebia in Africa no, it doesn't come by easy. Yes, nti mumma yemfa eniedem pa yenti assembly owura Ken kai or say I will put a major effort in technical education. Craftsmanship and apprenticeship are major factors for industrialization. India and China have done it, hence we can also do it. Meaning na yenyina ye kan jobs said the enkrofo ekono uko abruchira ensa no djuma na esele so utimi ye bibia wo ho nyere wo ho nchiro but yet your man mu a ye munsa no adjuma. How can you industrialize? So what I say, so if you want to industrialize, you have to give attention to craftsmanship and technical education. San semi amika nyina were all there, but enen yenya leader bia I say nyame hwie nwosra bi agunu so wenya kukoduro kacha Ghana for say that will be the key. If you go to Japan, if you go to China, and practical things from the classroom omusua, that is the key to industrialization. It is a buying biba no so be enyuma na on give chance to craftsmanship unto me. Obi all the nebe school, obi man exams. No we twa D, we twa E. Obi ka so abon. O de ne o man the practical thing na oya there. Obi ane na dwen. You unconform kita practical intelligence, and the true leader Canada Japan was a craftsmanship. That will be the key to industrialization. So I want everybody to stand with Ken and say he is the man at the moment. And obibia ojini dibianso no fa wa ho den tumi bia wo bia no fa ka no ho na botaye na trimpa onyankopon de ato na koma so no ontumi ma meye mai ebise pese me ka kire mo say it will not be easy sa asem na me kai no me say almost Ghana's economy was not designed for the interest of Ghanaians. And to be a person for the interest of Ghanaians, you're going to face opposition. So we must stand firmly with this leader. Say, Ken is the leader at the moment. So be catro say, Obi kita any manifesto a year better than Ken or Poa. Ken did the real change. Ebeba, Minia, with a brand 1992, ABC ne, and then be praise here, Papa Kufo. But Kufo could not bring that change. Kufo the what we call social intervention. Ye ho tire no obetutu ye kakra. But the real game changer, a ye Ghana die soon. A inkiti ye nunti ye kita ashensitu ye the black star no. eno na ken ede ba no that golden glory no eno na ken ede Japan ede ba no mumie nya kokoduro ne entai ken ede Japan chi efse ono na nyame ayi ni prepre ede amai. Thank you.
Me da say Prince me also.
Okay. Let me say kakra me be kan won say any I'm say galamsey ne de edi kan say ne ma bebre dada galamsey na say ne ma to the extent say and the researcher cocoa board for the buy no almost say galamsey na say 500,000 acres of land oh Ghana ha 500,000 acres of land no minua enyan kura asase wu asay sebia say ne ma bebre asay no baye asay nsase anka yebetim dia industrialization asay no scanning so yehu ba bi scanner yeden afa so what I say nti according to research na cocoa board for the buy no almost say abribia no let me say last year 2023 2024 still some year a cocoa board in regards to export no let me say a cabai a can $840 million na me asema de bia me bisa me ho ne say esi den na ye wo man mu na yedua koku na yedua no abribia ye di koku ne beko edwa man so no ni aboka susuro na ye ho asa kodim 2024 2025 koku sales omo ye boka $420 million. And okay, you know, a can swat na me aya dom. You see, free $840 million, about $420 million. And we you know. But at the intina, as a country, you try say, you bet set it up. Na yankasa ye cocoa na ye produce Ghana ham. Yankasa ya a processing into an end product. Yankasa ye betimia export to neighboring countries, to foreign countries. Because she mama no kasa this here. Unim country a omo ye chocolate omo produce ma countries bebre Ghana. Ye Ghana ye cocoa, US for fa ye cocoa. Omo to ye cocoa pa. Malaysia for to ye cocoa pa. Ghanaian cocoa no e very good and strong. US photo, Malaysia photo, Japan photo, France photo, Switzerland, almost to. Me no kasa sisi a on. Switzerland for esi industry ke sie. E wo mukuro ba ko so e friend Zurich. O research wo phone so you see it. Omo to gold, omo to cocoa ni free ho a. Na omo de akọ mo industry no. Omo de ko industry na sabi youth na Switzerland kronim no Zurich no omo na ye adwuma no omo ya omo process gold no cocoa no sorry cocoa no
okay
e de call e de chocolate unim say 6 months bia chocolate production no omo nya $1.1 billion free omo chocolate industry ni ko amu esi Zurich no anka Kennedy senior honorable Kennedy say anka bebie ebia industry ba ko agric industry ewo you know nti yanfa say ye bie agric industry no ewo Savannah region na ye produce cocoa nko a wo ho a 6 months bia no you can hit $1 billion as a country. And so here ye tears is here the anima say oh yes as yenton gold yenton cocoa no yenfa too good na good in there I know the call ya but we are not thinking about yenchimana omubebe inherit our land in the near future no. Are we thinking about them as a country? 500 acres of land here say yo unim I mentioned our deal 500 acres of land say o harvest cocoa e was 500 acres of land now you say within 2020 to 2024 administration assess answers now 6 months bia you are going to generate you harvest 200,000 tons of cocoa from that acre of land. So harvested now export it, sir, 200,000 tons of cocoa now. You are going to generate $11.6 billion for the country. Into say it as a country, and you are thinking that your boy in Chilimaka, 11.6 billion. It's I think say this is the time. I think say the gospel truth. You can never build a country and do away with industrialization. I can put it on record. I can say it emphatically because I'm educated. I know what industrialization can bring to the country. It is a bit general to Obama because we say in a vice president. Ghana mremu say obi be vice president by force and be president too. Sir, Ghana mremu we should set the barricades right. Then kind of correct say Ghana for say this is the time, man. The situation we find ourselves is critical to the youth of this country. We should prioritize their interest. We should prioritize their safety. We should prioritize their future. Because if you do away with the truth, we are going to find ourselves wanting all the time.
Okay.
I'm urging all delegates say, Sebi, Honorable Ken, wherever you find yourself, don't feel shy to sell the good news of Honorable Ken to whoever you find around you, because that man is the only person I can state emphatically say good plans and good initiative for this country.
Medas papa me call Dr. Kwekusu doc bremo na yeti
we dey ansa na yema me agya mo ebeba no traffic kakra bi say delegates aye kan mo ase ndi wenimu nyina den no mo benya fim say obi etu anamo so a aya ohwe ono so ni interest a obenya na mehwe Honorable Ken ne message a call northern region or the command
ana the two mu no
the two baako so oba loans ai de be ma wona ebetimi ebio mu akasa omunyuma aban ono na ban na akasa behwe nia so bia asene because industrialization e oka no enye se ono nko ana ebe se eye wonsom nti wo idea aban beboa wo na waso wasene na watimi ade saa idea no aba into fruition na watimi abaye maye no kan yiye no kaka ho se na emo me de loan ma na se wantua mechew honam se papa we na Ghana hia no na prince ka se eden ye to kokoo boka praise my Kyle airline ya rani aboka emegu Ghana ye train ya rani aboka trains ni nyina egu mimi krombu abe na train fa ho na uma be twitwa dade no train dade rain na train fa so no nsempabra na uma be twitwa dade ni nyina akọ nti ya rani trains aboka ya rani airline aboka say the ship kura be me be rani aboka if say ye leadership a ebe boa ema yetimi ayesa ne mo ne sa ne tintin tete mu nyina aye leadership nti so wanya leader ne nsam ye den de ni ye den ofo suro no na yampia corruption ansha saa na beye se ya nti obi ababa beye me ba me yesem be oba ontimi nye Omanfm John Dramani Mahama oba ye nyina ye hu ba bi ode aman yi ko se nyame na aya adom na gold price akosoro wo amansan dwaso ena oil price aba foma ankasa be Ghana nke CD nka no so agensem saa nko no so agensem saa but se wonya omanpanya ne nsem ye den no prevent corruption de na ho den prevent corruption a eno na ma oman etumpon ti e ka industrialization ni e ka corruption en so ho asem na mabunu no den na wo ye delegate a ye ka se kotoma honorable no den na obenya film ko so ono oba say nyuma ye kan nyina sabe ye the workers na beye into we delegate o special concession wom special interest e wo ho because papa we na kuma MPP grassroots so probi a wakoma MPP grassroots pa ye Honorable Ken into we delegate now who say ye kama Ghana na wo so ye kama wo as a person ye come out as a person nti ye say delegates say saa no ma wo nyina wo mfa nkɔ adwendwene mu na omutimwa o my Ghana.
Doc, me das papa answer na Hajia beba no Chama Pogu.
Yeah.
Quick one, Mamen Fanko, Mamen can say we need a bold leader, we need a bold and disciplined leader like Honorable Kennedy Akompreko or Hine Ejapon, and not Bankwa Richmond and Eddie Free, what they buy YouTube message na American Kano. Sound so and Benjamin Ajima I live in America, only can save Ghana. Nedia one so at the buy no. Chama Po, that's okay. Kwana if you jam Mahajia.
Me de me kai boy American na a command delegates.
Okay.
And that's why I need the vision Ken one Yura Canada Japan one Ebebe mu a na delegate na monkai modachi monkai mu yedi galamse kura no Yura Ken ena oyo obi a or can stop galamse he can stop it because only personal interest be awo and no so wa maye nyina hu say da biara o se den Ghana first na so o se Ghana first there galamse enye Ghana first and delegates help Honorable Kennedy Japan to lead us in the fight against galamsey, in the fight against unemployment, and in the fight against the dependency on IMF and the rest. Ukokromoti will determine your future. Ukokromoti will determine the future of the generation unborn. And for once, Ms. Rese, delegates, 31st, Niobi Bekandie, let them give you practical examples. If they cannot give you, then your key is Honorable Kennedy Ohine Ejapon. Nyamishra Munina.
Nyamishra on so pa my chama popoku ena wote nenkano Hajia for Ken any team no aba ye dem komotwetwe no eba be eto aso kama etume edi ama ha Oman 107.1 Jumedie no boiling point ema Hajia ne team no akwaba
Ohima sechra achekwa wonu mbrem wose penalty na da hodo yesi ya monche Tipa ya shone red card. Ya popo nete mi. Obianje. Wala shomobi. So me wanche. Ya na chipedia. Ya bro na mudi party. Ana say shebre. Munya wotimi wa kameno. Na Ghana for 2028. Ipa media. Media yimi ama. Kana disi. Papa ngwa pamwa swo. Yese manyumo. Dedicate for see and nenti ebeto na wanyewo onwani ebenu ebeto na wanyewo yeye mpobia odi esenidi ebeto na wanyewo kana jamani ebenu onwani ebenu ebeto na wanyewo dedicate for see and nenti ebeto na wanyewo ahima satrasi onwani ebenu ebeto na wanyewo Mr. Tibos say esenidi ebeto na wanyewo kana jamani onwani ebenu ebeto na wanyewo what kind of great deal and nenti ebeto na wanyewo Canada onwani ebenu ebeto na wanyewo yeye mpobia odi esenidi ebeto na wanyewo onwani ebenu ebeto na wanyewo Mr. Tibos Honorable Kennedy Japan na danfo pa chairman ujumuni o ya fantu ya wadi kana Japan se woni nko ya ka chire no ya pene kura pe papa na safana fan kampa ya se o de meni me fanko na pene dada ko force o mi enfa o dawati na kapo na sundie ne be ye frime ne wa onye ma se trasi e be ye frime ne wa maxi dadila masi
Ejabusia mami sanso mu akwa baby. We are still live on Oman 107.1 Jumedi no a boiling point. Hadia ene the team no aba be come. Hadia ma akwa ba.
Beje so minu ya bema.
Na bibi aboko de.
Nyame adom.
Yeda radia sese ne nso aba be kan sa na be support Team Ken campaign nti mami sha se wo so hadia.
Yo. We de ene di kan me de na se be ma machia ye papa Honorable Kennedy Akompre kwa Japan ya ballot paper no so order number 1 ane ekwa ahwesoro ho kena no da ho no ekwa ahwesoro ho no curve no bend Kennedy number 1 na machia ye maame so Honorable Mrs Christian Japan no so obontoa sese wo Eastern region sese ba bia tamu kutu ewo wo de mano na Team Ken so ene yate den ne okoto yate den ne Honorable na toshi me chiawa nyumre baby a obi a mama di mama campaign ni maye de mumma ye nyina ya mra ne meka the winning team ne ho mumra na mumbe make history. Let's make history together. Ma me chiawa anyumre the base as number 1 the base as number 1 the base for na me chiamu Kennedy Honorable Ken the campaign team a omo north sesia ya chia omu nyina ne yeso so no ye wa from ha yeso ye bo adwuma kutu editor Honorable Ken echi enim say insha Allah January 31st nyame ya adoma ye be count awie no na Honorable Kennedy Akompre kwa Japan awe ni ama ye na ya fa ye ntuma pa efra na me komanim ne mensam so no sa wo hwa campaign sesie emu aye huhu ena bi so ide da ma ebinom na ne da ye na ne say the big fishes are declaring their support for Ken Ohene Japan number 1 on the ballot. Sure. And into the mesremo MPP delegate Ghana for say some de Ken Ohene Japan ba omo beto e dia mano na say ye twen the delegate yes remo Honorable Ken wa bre into the mommy and tomano Ken abre delegate mama yento emano mama yenhwe obisika ne otua ho da bi abeya ye kwakoto yi eyeye mada achia ba ne ekoto eyeye nananom da achia ba ne ekoto eyeye nchirima aba ne ekoto you see a beautiful tomorrow begins today name some delegates mama yen disappointed MPP for and also yen disappointed Ghana for say Ghana for already na say mode Ken ebeba na omuso so asom ato abanama no coming the general elections.
Hadia me da papa panti impanyimfo me yansa ka no me sha ase hadia onifa so na yakoso sini akwaba
emu
etise
boko
pache fo say isa pache yanko etio
to mamdina mambo
eno pesa woko no okay local language pache etio
mambo na mambo mpia kusal to ya zamzam Ghana fa foi a kusa kabu bezu fa ya zamwa kamposot te belme de jina zama yetikina pa ya poshia ka ba yele Canada Japan onzu katina la on be number 1 ballot apo kato susu ragmare no ba ni me dara ya pa ya gosma golla ya gostenga bozuka de piera foi anya den kinishima foi godin kinishima to gosre Ghana begela katiye ya yima support Canada Japan la ti ago jina li la yela be jina de bayela the beast bet wa nete ti yams da beren katasama katbor to socia bergo ke yina a onanyanga piates ka Canada Japan menyanga pamvuta bergo kanyanga dika sofa susma kanya Ghana ya mal ko sagna mal te Stefan kata socia kalam piara kaya ya godin kinsima ba nimbere la wosa ba dwendete jina tempiara po berka be Ghana kwa ka bono arin to shira o men dwendete kare ani on kena la obekena ye o nwenu mawo o kwena liligiri o kwena no o campaign so to beleme ne bambe upper west wosa bambe upper east wosa bambe northern region noko kimbambe sad ko sa on bezi fa ka kelser ya kwenge be men ka doziel kar ana bonkan ka yen zap kad ana Canada Japan mi yang pam ziga Thank you.
Okay, may I say, Chief?
Yeah, the
Chairman Yabuatin. We are Chairman however. Anya Soto.
Modern School.
Oh, okay.
Polling station.
Okay.
Mr. Member of the delegate mobilization team or campaign office.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
Yeah, Juman say you better about delegates and no. I'm honorable Ken.
Okay.
Nationwide. Melkumu Hima and honorable coming incoming Greater Accra women's organizer.
And none as I say, you go all out. Yes, and the ultimate.
So we're not putting
yes, in check see Honorable Kennedy Japan now northern regions of PF Savannah or call Upper West is here. Inti yenim say Savannah for actual door actually say quiet say da no die ni bi this time around no omo ehun bi animu biem and obi aso ntimi nji obi appointment in finish say appointment bi ani ho a ye be cha ma obi inti omo ye kan adwuma and o ma sha ase incoming first lady Her Excellency incoming, hopeful, Madam Christiana Japan. Nesi wase na pro no so wo Eastern region, free or down or co. Inti edwuma no emu ayede. No unze emre ni so ana aso. Tam na akufo ado mre so ye odi kalipo. Obi hu ye nka ode kosre no. Nyame ebe mu no na kalipo no abedani campaign Calipo, and I'm so crying we need 2016 massively. This year no power aba honorable Ken Asweye. The power of MPP primaries is in the house of honorable Ken to run the management and leadership of the New Patriotic Party from 2026 to the winning of 2028 general election. In pay for statistics, who say I don't know delegate for no bet for Kennedy. Into the smartest ones, no, I started some more aligned with Kennedy. If it is so honorable now to she, and there, what done ready? I'm man saying them say free medical or the Muenina Bebuam honorable Ken, Abe the flag bearer of the New Patriotic. And the next president of the Republic of Ghana. All the regions now. It means freedom biaba. Number one now no bonabedano. I beg some symbolic expression. Say it is time for Honorable Ken to run the New Patriotic Party as a party and to come and govern the Republic of Ghana and bring industrialization, growth, job creation, and good economic management. I think that nobody can beat a businessman when it comes to economics. You will come and say, "You nim said a cost wo mokola." Ubehu sika, ubu mokola, ubu sika. Nanso who is a book. Economics be our mokola. Business women are almost making millions of money and running the economy of Ghana. Almost Emma Yehu say businessman running omen ya the economy no e be fra into mapa. Now honorable Ken will you be a or that passion no say the business ideology or the Buama or May, ye the Apija economy no. In Shishia or Diaba, I am a fair Baku Wumu American Medimasama Abbey.
Okay.
The ministerial setup.
Okay.
Said all the ministries assume Oguan Knai, our ministries here. Also, obey president. ministry no adwuma kro a ɛho adwuma ɛfata ministry no obetu ministry na kosi hɔ sɛ ba ne sɛ eastern region agriculture ɔmo top a ana northern region agriculture ɔmo top a the ministry of agriculture bɛkɔ northern region ɛba ne tourism na voter ɛna tourist attraction no edimu a the tourism ministry will be at the north voter region nti saa na ɔbɛyɛ ama regions ni nyinaa no ɔmo edimu na migration youth no migrating from other regions to Greater Accra no na suetwa na kyerɛ sɛ wodi adwuma na ɛba regions ni nyinaa into region bia benya ne so adwuma ɛbɛso mamu ni mpanyifo na ɔmo makɔ school no ɔmo kɔ school obia benya ne die because obia company a there were jobs the white collar jobs for the graduates and there were blue collar jobs for the undergraduates iti adwuma wɔ hɔ a ɔman betumpon ɛno na honorable Ken say Ghana MPP delegates yɛmfa frankaa no ɛma no na wɔmfa ondi enimu ɛnkɔ saa akono 2028 akono na wɔngye seat no na sɛ yɛpɛ obi a ɔbɛwi ni power ama yɛn ana obɛtumi wi ni power ama yɛn a na nyɛ obiara kɛkɛ ɛyɛ obi a Ghana fo ankasa sɛ mo de ne ba ɛne ɛbɛto ama MPP foɔ nti delegates of MPP montuma honorable Ken January montuma honorable Ken 31st January na Ghana for twɛn honorable Ken opposition party for kura twɛn so ɔbɛto ama honorable Ken nti me damo ase sɛ mo tie mi
yes so that papa chairman da ase chief pacha kwaba
yeah
na pacha
Pastor Femi Kelly
okay
former Okanko North Constituency chairman
okay.
And also a member of DMT
okay
I can team no
okay
before me come asem so me di kind in chiaka say ama the honorable Ken owo Savannah say a obo apro ho ti e bon price say Nyankopon say on kan ho di ma pa wa sha say oye no na bibia nko yi and at the same time so me sign etiamia mtujo muncho ayo fe no ekuya say nim so tie mi pa
onna o twen
from Ireland
ka chem so onna this is what
intino
ekuya Sarah
yes
ekuya our socks
intino Mr. I'm saying me ready any madafo ni mi ama me omo ina ba ha sei edi nche akase ma mu ina
ojoso
na masama me kan say me kan tintin bia I'm saying me na so and I'm menso ye no so no on tina ho obi ma me for say e me na so nti bra be di echi amonfo oba dodo na aba obi ase kene Japan omu di meka eba entwen so obi ba be for say bra be ka ho em say me na so obi a de ntoma ba be boy de aboa ama onabu kene Japan otumi afa ntoma pa ne fa no fa fua so a ne ya wo say ye ma man Ghana no ya ye ama Ghana fo ehun say yes ye shebo a yedi so em say me amiti he wo homa embabunu ena enkatesi ambabawa no ye no homa omo say promises are honorable in Japan ediato bia this is so or for the youth so about be creating human your mama youth no nti me feel say eno na yi na ye hwe ni nti no mo na mbra meka ho my yi ntumi mbo apro no na say promise no dey amam ntumi abem because me say ye nua no maba wa ni mantie na mo wi school isi o mo tifie no then no mo twen zia na eduma ni ho mo ntumi aye o ko ni azima oduma bia am say 700 ni salary aye de mo ono aya na job abi creating njuma a chese o mbetumi aye adwuma ni bi ama motumi anya o moda a chembra no o motumi abo ne yema na abo o mu nyina nti ne desa mu ye o ha se ya em say aprobo nsem o ka to the regions ni anu an yeso ye de ba ha se ye ni o mo abedi
me da say Kontonchi Links Limited wo mo na de tonchi e ba capital said aba adwaman so edru we anya ma na ennom nenso e ma na eto memma dru memma na ennom eboa ma ba ma siesie ne ho pa ma memma ye no etimi gina na so be madam me bo kase se o memma sem no be kofom a ade ba ko a hye no so pa ye wonsu oguo mecha ojunso manajo woda empredodo a wo sori ajonso anajo na kire se o memma sem no ekofom ojuso anajo empredu obidu numa ansa na ade ache ade ha adwen yie ene na wanhwe yi a na yakɔhye okatita mechetere raba beto be memu ekokoduru ope na yaje o title ni nyina no etimi edi afri won nsem a me kamfo eye tonchi herbal capsules etumi edi amawo na be ma de as I say ujina na so say member na yeto a yenyum de ma nti bomode ase obefre wo no mo 0553 511159 0553 511159 da me catch you say num tonchi herbal capsules eye kontonchi links limited eno mode aba na wonnom a ebe ma member asem no etimi agina ne na so be ma de wunya kwanya na be ye member dwuma ede ne monyam hye beba at that particular moment no adwene nsusu nyina ba akopɛ na se ba otirimu unya sa kwanya na o represent Ghana member nyina including me ti so ogu hwani ma senior ka se Ghana member ma ba 1 minute member nya 1 minute sanse kontonchi links limited tonchi aba capsules no esiesie me papa enti won so ma won sanka bi ebeboa wo e ma watimi agina wo na so yie pa Franco say me mo kase phone sa papa nyina adwaso home appliance sa papa nyina na adwaso watete no so akokosi ohamu nchemu aduana 40% discount enti bomoden na Franco ne branches no doso mentimi boni na mfa mo enti apo amede ma on say me ma on number no twere o frɛ na kaza Franco me wa denta Franco me wo bubuashi Franco me wa shaman Franco mo kaswa no wa che on a branch e ben be bia be ko bia nso no discount na ye adwuma 0246 422 338 0246 422 338 and that's 0555 939 311 so Franco says still na no phone sa papa nyina no adweso ene no hadia amen samra osubiomu na afi yankasa nkyere delegate no
yo menu abema me da sesa wasama me the opportunity ni biem se me ne menu anom enkasa aye menu anom MPP4 yesremu me maye ema prefrefui menye ema nko na mefremu once a delegate always a delegate ntino me ne mema kasa me san so ne ema kasa ba mesremu menu anom ma ewom se emema ne bo akonhomo basa bema ni yi akonhoma na se kom de akola na bana se kom de na ye ka kire ne se ko ma me ho na ko je aduane akola bia ni ho e kom na ka kire se onko ne papa ho enko je aduane da ana se onko ne papa ho ne papa boda minti no onko je aduane won ho we kire se emma no asudie kese eda yeso e wo Ghana nkankomu ene ye bibia mu se ne Dr. Kwejiri Agrican or see if you educate a man you educate an individual but if you educate a woman you educate a whole nation mesramo MPP female delegate mama maye mo Ghana fo abro every say abeya ye kwa akotu ye nuanom a ahomache omunna omote truck so ya enkula hye omachi ya omude aduane eba edwaso sa emma no bre na omubre no ene na wo female delegate anase wo delegate wo make sure say sa ebre no so tubetwa by voting for Honorable Ken number 1 on the ballot coming 31st January no mesremo ye nuanom a omuko awoso a omuma edie ntina ema ne basa edie akwansie na ya na esie basa ezi say the health sector no emodeni mobi etosini ezi say yakwan na enye ezi say obi adwuma onye ne ye yesremo yenuanum delegate mama yehu emamobo se woko dialysis center wo hwese ne enkola egu ho ene emagu a na emobo na ahomete bisa mu se enipa se netimi afford mesramo mama ye nina ya moa na yemfa abanwa no enhye Honorable Kennedy Ejaponsa number 1 on the ballot na minim se MPP delegate se otufo nyankopon ekamakoma mode abano ebema Honorable Kennedy Ejapon number 1 on the ballot paper sebi yesi se ayebi da wo a yemfa enso nyame ye enko ahayo na bekwen so din fatana efata no akono enye se emma ekonso a omubo siri hehe mesramo moma yento abanema Honorable Kennedy Ejapon na moma yenhwe with the ye kan say emmabunu afamu no yawo emabunu over 90,000 a omuwofia omuye unemployed na this unemployment a security threat to the nation because the idle hands no is always the workshop of the devil na se Honorable Ken wonya mayor president wonya minister yenhwe ne nyuma a wabiebie sese na tu anase omaya metie sese ano eye part of ne nyuma a wabie ya wofa nipa omuye adwuma wo mu enti mesremo obi a waye bida no yɛde adeɛ no hyɛ no nsa obetumi ayɛ ama na yɛ kama enti MPP delegate yɛsrɛ mo mamu ma yɛndi Ghana fo nhwamɔ mamu ma Ghana fo nkasa MPP fo adan na march na yɛbɔ no wɔyɛ fana march na yɛbɔ ɛnyɛ sami dabi ɛna yɛntimi fa nkɛntɛn so nkonsuo ni mpre no so dabi yɛni na yɛpɛ sɛ yɛwene na yɛmpɛ flag bearer yɛpɛ president na minim sɛ MPP delegate si ato abanema honorable Ken as flag bearer Ghana for abegina tum ato abanama no general elections yesremo yesi a beautiful tomorrow begins today.
Meda se mamema asuke kwa na femi activity lines na yeni nkomo tinya
to len le paka posria kalem famna tese ya goz sisi sirin kinijina la ane Kennedy agepon sisi kenda ya gos piaron pian siya kapol disa kinfala dane Kennedy Japan sahan wana kenda to te belmene da zile so golf kaf kena da zile fu men dum yina men kena kwen lora an bo fi agos on na mimal obe on na mim tumtoma ne on na zitumtoma baya tumtoma la de bene de kon bo ke kampian la fi ago Kennedy Japan has a businessman be on ada big on tumtum shiba kanyanga nyang adaw be Ghana kwela o e no Ghana nu nusun ko no putte kanda be yam kanda ya osun Ghana na kimbergo ka aidi yiyin ye fuketem pena bo tomala dan wosa na balbira ayi lalle ya ke pena bo tomala dan lalbila ne bo bayan bi company na be factory na tunam zina men ka te pam tumara arakon mango se ka tana yi saf ke kwena la dan bal pesra yi den ke kan sursan bo fa go den ken sima da anat borat mo pat kan na onanyang kinezir mor nor yene kena ka ongapele ka ongapeye anwa katanam go se Kennedy Japan ya kinezir den kan nasara bo ne unity la onanyang veg adateng kena lam taba kat ken win elections to sangala paya to ko pia bergo tren susile ne e penge men kena vote tete
beda won sa se papa pente utama mi activity lines no ma na yeni enkomo number no 0245638748 and afi 0508346915 na yeni enkomo deputy I'm told say wabelande ohun mo akwa ba wai oko ye se mo de be share di enkomo wai te be mo akwa ba hope say blog ni na ne de eyes no amane na ne wai na enkomo wachiri yanko amaso ne ni enkomo. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Abai man pa chodi ne bi accept.
Asa nsepo aje ni.
Aje assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Nsepo apomtisi.
Oba na dem ho ya pa aje ayiti.
Nsepo nyankopon shira. Onye mo kesi kenda masi papa. Amo de bu ya pompa ese nkulu di be ya ne dia. Yina ya connected ni de ti hawo. Omanfm ye DMPP chinene. The pompa ese ken nyankopon be peja na kampani. Ni wa ye ni se ken pa. Ye petit. Ese ni wa ye bidano. On bisa se da beno be. Funa se nyame kana.
Tiase pa.
Ni bisi fo bitina ho. Eni ye bisa o mo se. Baumia ye bisa we baumia Kennedy wano ope o simite Kennedy. Nipa de ye 5 omo ni na bo Kennedy di. Omo ni na bo Kennedy di. Nsi ye delegate for cho omo boy omo tuma Kennedy. Na abano kwa trameze de bia wo de ni wa wo kwa tmuso. Tmuso anu ato be bia.
Okay.
Na me adumenti Kennedy befa eyi.
Medasi Hajia. Wa alaikum salam Hajia. Hello, good evening.
The great Honorable Asampaura.
Honorable Gado Kasafi Okanko Central. Honorable Gado Equality.
Oui. Ni nma omo studio ho mo me ti omo nya ni mo mbo ya jimapa. Wọ́n ń ṣe ọmọ kakuta ti kata ni.
Ti fatu sumam fa kusa no to sumam yengo.
Kusiri ya tuma. Ina me so ya kan kanam piala le mansu ku hansuna because ina mutiala mampun kaya bul penso en samu yanam kina me pia Canada Japan pia in kursu in yau on na tuntin bayano kina matesu alaka board tina ko board ye da pia in takat kabala lukasuna ina munya kanana na a bankan na bela wanda fafandi kama bote tisula bokati nyesula na kana msuku dala kati nyeta banda faye bayakina garantela banakeka likintinla kadinina ka kuma sansa balikinda so mbele midiya ne ina mai klasimba ga wuta wumiya ya pam solin radio station ya wuta yana piam to soba onna tuntin ba no giga tisu onna ma ce alaka to bob amma ba ne to tam namba di kasun na babila nuna sunwa manafel nuna don namba wusa wani ka wuna mti yisu ye wana a ikramuta tinam bam ni ka kinyi bi namba ka yan pipilantina ka dala wusa kam zusu nuna sunwa bye bye
Toposia. Hello, good evening. Oh, too bad when to me and so young corner. The work card name common number no 0508346915. Hello, good evening. Ajiman, New Job in South.
New Job in South for
young quite.
We know about it, but I said,
I can't say much of it.
I'll come to I love about it. No more about it. I'm sure you have phone check on a phone penny free man. I'm going to book a rapport, which are the couple of champions. Because I don't see alone. You won't come in. You really got it magic power man. And I think you see, I really did, yeah. You don't trouble you nothing. Then two blonde are very near to the place where you see. It could be a bit power man and near day. If you don't know anything, I'm not going to tell you. Now, someone has to say me that power. You know, you are so much of a bush. It's not the point. But it's okay, but you're a corner. Money more than I got a food in Canada. No, we are here to help
Papa. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, brother.
Yes, sir, senior.
What do you mean? You do that to market.
You might turn to market. Kumasi. Oh, okay. Pachenko.
Oman FM here. Yeah, what are the brother here? Bowling point here. There's a year to buy Ankasa.
Yadamasi.
Yet, now, me pacho, me, when you abandon here, where yes, and Chojumawo, multimedia, in Sra, I have feno, Nana Kojigantua.
Yeah, many in the pa.
Nanu ya na, akwabi so akwa ye survey dia ba se ba o me na be wi ne no. Ana Kojigantua so say, me so me ye me survey. Na me dia mamu, we de nya fakadam. NDC phone ka ho, me promo ye neutral. Mo SIMPP for the Omanfm NDC for a ban where you more film. MPP for man any one more said a MPP no a clubano, Baumiani Enya, Penedina over 52 votes na Baumianam 26. Indeed, the American Yan say the one year can Namoya was in delegate and Yamunkwan Waka campaign 2028. It's answer Ghana for the Ompe Kennedy, Macauminia.
Mr. Someda say hello, good evening. Oh, too bad when to me and you saw 0245638748. Yanko, hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir, Chief.
Good evening.
Patrick didn't be accepted.
Patrick, the permit, Berima.
Berima, Patrick, man, is a camera. Why?
Miss Samoa, Sabia, one of who Biana they say, or pet, delegates, yes, the Mamuti. Maybe a little woman, now delegates, you know, Yahuta, Ufa baby, I saw them cry as a can, Uko Kitchena, as a can, Uko, the song, Galancy side to cry, almost a can. Ain't he, yes, Samoa, Ponto Mana, yet to should be, Miss Mampani Mahama. The entire can. Adwuma so bebie no ntimi ye pɛ no on bie adwuma no se sa ne nkɔfo na adugu fancy akwasa to amo say yesu en ko sirim ho omo ko sirim ho yen pegi bia bye
bye men so me da say hello good evening
sir.
Yes I check patch odi me accept you Master P yan ko yeti o
am ko dem jame conversation Dr. Uti Akinken na mienti na surgery sempa no bele juma
me da say
mi sha ni na fawoye program wa ya de pa e ko beko ton abada da ne en tutu abana ne mapa ye no o ka ho nsem di ni be bia no o so po ni na o de ban e ka o pe ya I come di mi sha ko so be tie di program no o ti ko ba mo so you know it's a na mi sha na e be stress and before 2017 family em Ghana for family na o di aban policy di be bia no na wa fa fe I'm not free education. No, I started. Now, about 17 taxes. Now, if you give me what you are, but who crown for you? But I'm saying so, state of emergency, that's a person. So, about it, or one was from her. So, you don't go you. I know, may you ready, and she will give you the addition. We want to do the 50% of medicine. Also, that is a freedom. As you know, the sports, so, it's a for our economy. You do what I did to my harbor. Also, one of that. Before the idea, and the best thing for you can make a campaign. You want to teach us in a year. You mean you have to support you. You have to about money in some. It's a part of that.
Mental summit that's papa na 24 economy as Marco Fabai. First of all, to catch government spokesperson. Okay, so say Obisa say na nipa do wa na ton wa China jo. 10 months of NDC John Dramani Mahama administration me also be ton wa China jo. Pacho wan na ton wa China jo under 24 economy na me pon 10:30 amako pe bi ato. Hello, good evening.
Sorry,
Senior Pacho Odi me accept you.
Over here do me so center there.
Very center boko there.
Ya nya do mo we ho ye wa.
E da ba dia say. Next week dey say mesra wonti wo fa yenko.
Me chia wo
tie for joso.
Na me dia owura Bwacheja kwa Oba National Chairman. Na case. Also Oba National Organizer. So delegate no brain do a mango fi na the Teja party no ma party no NGO. Na akompia kwa Kwame Japan so delegate madawro mo. Ene ngofo e kan no ye se busuma ono betna no. Ono ene o chiro le chiwade. 2023 no among work can say mobile camera energy or they say how maybe I know to me woman or to teacher or they say can they good like and you call you could Google photo energy here yes could you among what be on be a dozen country say me say me crew no not just a can energy the delegate yes yes remu bibri ini sika kwa le ma wodi muni skanini na mun pede Ghana for kana we de mu delegate to de Ghana for pe na mu maka emra o si oba 4 years class we bi anye ya only next me do many bio idi yes remu zegu from delegate remu bibri ayime me de yago boja obi bia
yes so that say hello good evening Chimba chodi me accept you Mpacho eti o.
Kanje ina tunasi. Kama na watu kwa kanisi. Na iti kama kwa chana bibi kwa ile kanshi na mensa. Ni ndio mtu wa somo. Ndio yeye yeye ni na watu. Kile tunasema into the country. Came to Samoa. Okan no kwanso. On ka se tia. Ni bi okan ko bia. The country na mensa. Ni je kan ba. Ni ya mi jam.
Medas open medas. My last caller ni hello good evening.
Good evening.
Yes sir.
Independent because for the official town.
Yango eti independent.
That's all the other people call we are no katikati. only say party no interest na me protect it. And people also can say only interest na me protect in individual. Ubi a ko se o ton one party no. On kakasa e din puntu me party na yakono. Because 2024 you will be. The baby say party could do a party na yakono be. So now one time party na party na yakono. And only me interest. E do only could that kind of one. One kasa party no odin ngabo ba party ni o ma party no yakono no. Delegate the two in the mouth. But what damn maybe party could do baby a post party could do baby a yet three for party nations and be because party no and I'm baby like I say party no and I would be party no and I'm out there more baby only now all the five aspirants without party no be a new beer special party interest in Yamipa. That is a better.
Menso so me da se busia hana me de obesie na mame mo kase se okọ we jagbawe a constituency women organizer owo we jagbawe oye connected ye mame comfort amofa nikunu Samuel Kwame amofa wa film na wotwi ochine fie enombeji no na omaye wontoto nyina nti mumye nyina yenko na yenkonkoja wejagbawe constituency women organizer fena madam comfort Medred amofa yenko na yenkonkoja ne said dia to no enye no ano you 100% connected nti connected family nyina no yenka ne hye no so wo number so na ochana papa no afre no na wode ya konsema mama ne nyina nko ne yenkonkoja no weekend kama pa meko ni se ya ma bewi haji aso ne de akwa wie nti tina ma memra so
yo minyu am da se am se wedi ani amitumi asen aka bi mi se am se mwe na so a e beko akoto friends ye bo apro na wedi message delegate na am ko akoto aba ni se di amanfo ni abre dudu na abeba o na ase aba be shom so mo to aba o di zika nsem ntro ne nyama aba bedada o but be shom so o mo shom asisimu and a constituencies near friends and regions no so message mo ina say mo bia endi abobo say bia ye the way akọ anim so anya adwuma na ya mfa me anhye wonti no obe relax ya na say 2 million ye pe ya ina ye press betumi ade 2 million because ye nya power na ye pe betumi aye na me gina ha mo say message mo ina abo say nya me adum na so mo ina tie ni ameka na so omko to aba no na yetumi di nkunim a bibi biara e wo so munya ewo ye papa kini Japan ho no me amedi omanim apa amamo na se me kona se anya yi anya nie besi bia besi nti mestre o mo se me mo areshem se o mo ko makoma nto o mo yim no mo fa mo nto mapa enfam bom mo modin se obetumi aye dumaden aboa am ye nya aba no ye mpese ye be ko run off ye mpese ye be ye pen one touch ni so no ye pese ye win na ye be win no beyond imagine say amanfo nka say oh ye di say na ye intimate show mu na
okay me da say chairman amekwe
onze dano na for you so ka say no can no vote NDP pay
Omanfm
omo ya so brache ekoye ya na omkotuma Kofi Usu ana obedi anim
Kofi Usu wa party
no ko report 37%.
So mukane da mdo ko so yoni Kofi Usu boni din na kafa kasem
ni mo ndi on
boni fa kasem na enfum so bien nim so be bondi by names calling the enye
na delegate is aka say
okay
no can no vote tiesre Ghana for ududum almost no can no vote school force no can no vote yes the delegates baby amu obi amoti ene se muntie de Ghana for eka ye pe power ye pe se MPP beba power biom anase ye pe obi a wa che sika ne ye vote ekoda na ase because se ka se obi obe che sika ne ye vote ada na ase nko ade aka party hunya ka campaign hunya ba ye pe se ye ba power ni ye be hwe oman so ni ye dwe oman no esi baby pa enti na ye pe se ye tie de Ghana for ehia no Ghana for so mu hia Kennedy omo oni mu awehemu omo oni mu gidie nti si antie Ghana fo ne ekoye asubrachi na ye kohwe sika obi di ama ya akasa enu ti ye danase ye di vote ko danase a ye bedi omani na ahwambo de ekoso se si e migidi se Ghana fo eni nje omunya ya ka MPP ni atoa so ni atoa ye free SHS ni so sisi anu bakra obani ekode school a ehun ka bebo no kufaru di baye uko day school uko boarding yo the same free ye pese Ghana for energy no mu humpuntuo nti ye select delegates say ye di anu be wiye omu mi omani sikan de ya tese I mean Brian sika nam krom na yate na am the delegate ba na omo jino 400 Brian 400 but who delegate no mean say who crowd delegate Brian no nimu no into who delegate ni crowd na onim Brian no ebe na onu a onye delegate a 2028 okoto aba no obesi den anim sa candidate ni wakoto aba ma no didie be ni wo no onimu ba hono abo kandie obian ni do betimi aye ti esremo min kan bebre yesi ahwene pa enkasa
okay medase chief ameko
to posida net bot na ne kadnoko ngare no bazama ye dim suguru timi ye bangin na bagin ne ligidi na kena bana kena pian malsa tesia ama ye zom wena kamengot poten kake mora kagos Kennedy Japan mo poten setes Ghana la ka zo wena ka vote number 1 la tesu ka uyade katna memnye te mal yela katlam sosor ka faben ka ayi yarago bana kena pian malsa tesia ya gos dinda ashim ne de ashim nanala kare ana MPP len yang de dina maye batutune dina ana wana dina na ayi so to belme ye gosum ye bel zika ka sisim kinda dinka dinaminka nozur kin Ghana so fa ba fa kin danu fa kin asor dognu ba fa kin zifa dan Kennedy a Japan to ba me fa ya bor fa piantes wonam fa ite piantes sisim to ba nirba piana ta sisi ma ba tekena piantes nam ka nam ndie tomtomara tese so delegates te belmiane ba fa ka delegate ka won man piara ka fo ma big fo ba big fo sebua fo poa fo tam fo asap fo buolmu ka aye dun kin sima te belme te bore ye fatbas ka vote Kennedy a Japan ka nor yin ki Ghana na ka fa kin zifa ka ansa kayel ka poten ber ka fo sugune be ka fo nagbit ka de bin ka fo te poshe pa
merase asa memo akono odana ma wana be kan say
obana gol ayene obana gol yenne
me ga say o say yenne nya ayene ka yene di anka no nya say ba yene okay dona bo kan Japan yene
or in short alakon
okay so ona bo kan Japan alakon okay hadia yankwe
Bema, me that say we here the final way I come. Ye come and I was saying, say a target elections and as a target campaign na ye. Now ye target na ye the delegates to go and vote for Honorable Kennedy Japan #1 on the ballot paper coming 31st January 2026. En kotodwe gu form en sadan sayem Ghana for yes remu delegates MPP delegate yes remu emma bunu yes remu empo se bibi na esi na Honorable Ken wanye niye wanka niye momfa nche no sabi dua eben no na ebu na echie na Honorable Ken oho no sabi enye se ope ama ne ho debi eyenchirima aba na MPP delegate nyame ya adoma 31st January ye kwa akoto na ye de na maganafoɔ atono so amaye mo ababaye the president of Ghana. Enti misremu MPP delegate mama ye ni Ghana fo nhwamo mama ye ni Ghana fo abro fi se baabi a obeko bia ukodwom a omu say MPP for some amfa kena ma yento ena no me de meka ko mechanic shop timiti car nim na misiye na emrante nan biti ho na mno mo kasem oh me nua mema no na me introduce me ho me yasimasi obentin say mesremu mumwa me na mmenye campaign ema Honorable Ken asa na omo twen me ama me say memra mebo Honorable Ken din na ensem a omo start say omo ka na timu say omo ye ever ready say MPP delegates na me ya adom 31st January 2026 Honorable Ken either number 1 on the ballot paper so omotumana omudie they are ever ready to do campaign for Honorable Ken 24/7 without anything. I can even show you the video. Mr. Mo baby ade na do no eye final match na yebo no ena ye ni semi final eye final match na yebo no ye ntimi mfa kenten enkonsuo ni mpre no so ye calculate ye ages around this time ni ye hwe say sisia no manu hwesumuna so say ya weni a say Honorable Ken an weni a when ye de neighbor obetimi ababa weni the presidency na maye we need the president and we need the president and the only one who can win the power for us near Honorable Kennedy Akomprekwe Japan our number 1 on the ballot paper MPP delegate yes ramo mama yemfa osienya oyo ni ato abanima Honorable Ken na Ken na bre so but say ya charge Ken treason na ye MPP hodo enti na Kennedy akoka assembly am ya charge ni treason Ken na bre so we bet say BBC Lebanon emai koka wey one single person or chacha plane at the emai efaye Ken abre Omanfm 2016 Greater Accra emra na emba na ye ma e Greater Accra ye pesika aye mafia we Greater Accra na emba na ye ma Kennedy ni esuko na ase na Kennedy bomode wo ye beba wo ti se masa na waham Ken bre MPP delegates mama ye to abanima Ken na sabi si a man the first 4 years na say Honorable Ken wait me anya hwea ye sawo akwanya say ye beyi na afri ho na minim say si etimi de tumi ni shana say the Honorable Kennedy Japan that I know will prove and is going to do miracles in Ghana. Miss Ramo MPP delegate kwotodwe gufom ensa eden sayem mama and disappointed Ghanaians and even other West African countries mama and disappointed womu enipa sebra ehye sa delegate Mr. Ken wa bre on the number 1 on the ballot Mr. mama yanto emano
Adi Amedas abusianti medusi na yama yemuso akọ Pasco abrantie de okan ye ni
ohima sechra achekwa wonumbre wose penalty na da hodo yesi ya monche keeper ya show red card ya bobo 90 minutes obi anche bi o de board show moto show ya monche osi akwai ya bere ya bro na mudi party ana say shepherd munya wotimi wakame no na Ghana for 20
Enjabusia hana medusi media den sempera Emmanuel Mate media yimiama Ghana disi kapangwa mipangwa sio yesema nyumo Enjabusia mai musoni yako na adumdum ya ochano pa no nson ye besa na wahia wo na 2 TV so ebra de the dialogue show jumedie na de bra wo Sister Mimi ma good evening why fache me o papa ye ni mentimi ama obetimi nkan why say wo twe ankwa na wo makọ as usual se be ne sa pepepe ejabusia me de wasi adom ye e be hia ochina no pa me de wasi makra the team ni na kiri ni na ase this is boiling point
Mr. Otibos, Honorable Kennedy at Japan, Nadam Fuka, Chairman, Ujumunio. Young country, young dear, can I Japan say winning? Or him as a I check power number was it penalty at the water. You see your motion. Keep a your short red card. Ya bobo 90 minutes. Obian shade. What the border show motor. Show me a motion. We'll see a quite. Ya better. And ya put on the multi party. And I say, shepherd. When you will see me what coming on. Nagana for 2028. If I'm media, Yimiama, Canada see Papa Mammy Pamaswa. Yes, I'm a new model. Ah, for 1 year, 1 or Jack of fashion. A young man, that can go up on the same moon, delicate force. That's all my number 1 year. On 1 year, Ben, that's all my number 1 year. Yet, probably, what you say, that's all my number 1 year. Can I get 1 year, Ben? 1 year, Ben, that's all my number 1 year. Delicate force, that's all my number 1 year. Why you must trust me? 1 year, Ben, that's all my number 1 year. Mr. Tibos says, can I Japan? 1 year, Ben, that's all my number 1 year. What kind of great deal? That's all my number 1 year. 1 year, Ben, that's all my number 1 year. Yet, I am probably what you say, that's all my number 1 year. 1 year, Ben, that's all my number 1 year. Mr. Tibos, Honorable Kennedy at Japan, Nadam Fuka, Chairman, Ujumunio. Young country, young dear, can I Japan say winning? Yaka train one, young penetrate papa, the Safania fan come call. That's how the many men found. I'm pretty that go for see. Mommy and for authority. Make up on us, and a very year for me. On your master trusty, a very year for me. Maxi, Kadila, Massy, the pipe run about. What do you know? MPP delegate. When I'm seeing it, once in a mountain, delegate, one of the Japan sea, and sometimes I am go to Jacob from Intimontumano, American and Siwa, Yadama Bedada, I'm a Ghana 40, Ghana 4 so, baby, I had an and you could do for when you're watching you were coming up. No more camera, MPP way, for some, on any pay. Yes, so Laboma for so many to pay you. Was some on any pay on you. Yes, so Laboma for so many Japan see. Was some on any pay. Yes, so Laboma for so many. Was some on any pay. Yes, so Laboma for so in your Canada see. Was some on any pay. Yes, so Laboma for so many. Was some on any pay. Yes, so Laboma for so. Chairman Amufa Yantua, the Kumu Chelsea owner. Chairman say, Mumianya Babu. I should stop this was what Ganominia Swafo. My grandpa, baby, no for name Wayne. Of every easy does, Pabanian Naya Siega, or Papa, no. I'm for victim was here. The Canadian Japosi, what you want to say? A young one, Sake Guabo is the more Canada see. Also, on any place, yes, so Laboma for so many to pay you. Also, on any place, you were coming, yes, so Laboma for so Nana don't pass. Also, on any place, yes, so Laboma for so. Parisi, also money in the pen, yes, so Laboma for you, also money in the pen, yes, Laboma for
Welcome to Awos Unisex Boutique, where comfort and style is our hallmark. Original Italian leather bags, shoes, belts for both men and women. Talk about looking your best and standing out on all occasions. 5 to 10% discount on all products. Clearance sales rack, 50% discount on shoes. And now Awos Creation, where you find authentic African creation for men